Why does JavaScript local storage fail silently? Imagine trying to save a note on your computer and then realizing it never actually saved. That's kind of what happens when JavaScript local storage fails silently. It's frustrating because you don't get any warning or error message. Instead, the data just doesn't save, and you might not notice until later. So why does this happen? Let's break it down. First, local storage is a part of the web application programming interface that lets websites store small pieces of data directly in your browser. It's great for saving user preferences or session info because it keeps data even after you close the tab or browser. But browsers put a limit on how much data you can store, usually around 5 megabytes per website. If you try to store more than that, some browsers will throw a quote exceeded error. But not all browsers do this consistently. In some browsers, like Internet Explorer 11, when you hit the storage limit, the setItem function just stops working without telling you. It looks like it worked, but the data isn't saved. When you restart the browser, the data is gone. That's a silent failure because no error pops up to tell you what went wrong. It's like the storage just quietly refuses to accept more data. Another reason is private or incognito browsing modes. When you use these modes, some browsers restrict or disable local storage to protect your privacy. If you try to save data in private mode, it might silently fail or throw an error that your code isn't catching. Sometimes, the browser just doesn't allow storage at all in these modes, and your code might not notice because it's not handling errors properly. Speaking of errors, many developers forget to wrap their local storage code in try-catch blocks. If an error occurs, like storage being full or disabled, it can be ignored if you don't handle it explicitly. This makes it seem like everything is fine when it's not. Without error handling, failures just slip past unnoticed. So what does this mean for web developers? It means you should always check if local storage is available before using it. Wrap your storage code in try-catch blocks to catch errors. Also, consider fallback options like in-memory storage or server-side storage for bigger or sensitive data. Remember, local storage is accessible to scripts on the page, so avoid storing sensitive information there. In summary, local storage can fail silently because some browsers do not throw errors when storage limits are exceeded or storage is disabled. Private browsing modes can also restrict storage without warning. Without proper error handling, these failures go unnoticed, leading to data not being saved without any indication. Being aware of these behaviors and coding accordingly helps ensure your web applications work smoothly and reliably.